during a class or whatever. Yeah, so the way it was situated was like doing all these shots. So I basically cut the door out, cut this side out, set the door in, wall this side out, and then we're creating these changing rooms and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been the process. Just got the keys this last week, and unfortunately, he's on vacation on Tuesday. So like, I'm just trying to help him as much as I can. I'll finish this. We're almost finished this last one. Unfortunate in the sense that I've never been a white guy. Unfortunate because I wish that I would stay in South Korea. I hope that by the time I get back, he's still at school. I hope
Ethan, can I get some music?
Hello, that is very loud. I invite you all to take your seat. Thank you for finding your way here on this beautiful, sunny Seattle evening. Hopefully I get to say that a lot more often, and today on the way here I was actually contemplating that maybe the weather was good enough today to do this outside, but doing it outside requires some logistics, so maybe next week we'll go outside in Gasworks Park for a little bit. So today before we start, I was reading a book called The Science of Self-Realization, because we all realize many things throughout the day. The weather's nice, the stock market's doing really well today, my money's not so screwed. I don't. Just anybody have any realizations they want to share actually? No, we're all zen. No worries. But this book of Science of Self-Realization, it's a book about realizing the self, because ultimately we realize a lot of things based on who and what we surround ourselves with. But we oftentimes don't spend time to realize who we are, what is our dharma. So it's just a quick excerpt that I thought really resonated with me, and perhaps what's going on, or perhaps what was going on in the world a few weeks ago. We cannot be proud of our past material civilization, which is now 1,000 times greater than in days gone by. It is said that we are passing through the age of darkness, the Kali Yuga. What is this darkness? The darkness cannot be due to backwardness in material knowledge, because we have more of it than formerly. If not we ourselves, our neighbors at any rate have plenty of it. Therefore, we must conclude that the darkness of the present age is not due to lack of material advancement, but that we have lost the clue to our spiritual advancement, which is the prime necessity of human life and the criterion for the highest type of human civilization. Throwing of bombs from airplanes is no advancement of civilization from the primitive, uncivilized practice of dropping big stones on the heads of enemies from the top of hills. Improvement of the art of killing our neighbors by means of machine guns and poisonous gases is certainly no advancement from primitive barbarism, which prided itself on the art of killing by bows and arrows. Nor does the development of a sense of pampered selfishness prove anything more than intellectual animalism. True human civilization is very different from all these states, and therefore in the Katha Upanishad there is an emphatic call. Please wake up and try to understand the boon that you now have in this human form of life. The path of spiritual understanding is very difficult. It is sharp like a razor's edge. That is the opinion of learned transcendental scholars. Thus, while others were yet in the womb of historical oblivion, the sages of India had developed a different kind of civilization, which enabled them to know themselves. They had discovered that we are not at all material entities, but that we are all spiritual, permanent, and indestructible servants of the divine and absolute. But because we have, against our better judgment, chosen to completely identify ourselves with this present material existence, our discomfort in this world has multiplied according to inexorable law of birth and death, with its consequent diseases and anxieties. These discomforts cannot easily be mitigated by any provision of material happiness, because matter and spirit are completely different elements. It is just as if you took an aquatic animal out of water and put it on land, supplying all manners of happiness possible on land. The deadly suffering of the animal are not capable of being relieved at all until it is taken out of its foreign environment. Spirit and matter are completely contradictory things. All of us are spiritual entities. We cannot have perfect happiness, which is our birthright, however much we may meddle with the affairs of mundane things. Perfect happiness can be ours only when we are restored to our natural state of spiritual existence. This is the distinctive message of our ancient Indian civilization. This is the message of the Gita. This is the message of the Vedas and the Puranas, and this is the message of the real acharyas, including our present acharya in the line of Chaitanya. So acharyas is essentially a line of gurus. So this excerpt is talking about how, it may not be proven from a material standpoint, but many people go to India for spiritual realization. Anybody heard of Rishikesh? Yes? Just like that, there's many other spiritual potent cities in India, such as Vrindavan or Mayapur. So many places. So this excerpt is talking about how in India, they found a way to live in a spiritual state of mind, and it was passed down guru to guru and guru to student relationship. And a name for that relationship, or rather a name of a recent guru, is Chaitanya, who carried this message of how do we live in a spiritual state of mind in a world that is increasingly bombarded in various manners, either through social media or physical bombs. How do we live like a lotus, not let whatever is going around us disturb us? And one form or one practice which comes from Chaitanya is this idea of mantra meditation. This idea that sound carries consciousness, the tone of my voice, the music we listen to. So we're going to be chanting these Sanskrit mantras which carry potencies, which carry vibrations, which allow us to help tap into our inner self, into our spiritual identity. If we stop looking at the world around us in a material way, we start to realize that we're simply just human beings. If we're able to connect on a soul-to-soul level, we'll just love each other the way we are. But it's because of a lack of spiritual identity and spiritual realization that we have all of these so-called discomforts or issues in the world. So that being said, we'll embark on this journey of chanting or call and response meditation.
I think it's already there. Yeah.
Alright, that's perfect. So we'll do a quick practice round and you can repeat after me. Chaitanya, Chaitanya, Chandraya, Namo, Namaste. And the translation of this mantra at a high level is, I offer my respect to the moon-like source of awakened consciousness. You to say Chaitanya in the mic. Just make sure we can hear you. Perfect. Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Your turn. Chandraya Namo Namaste. Together this time from your heart. Chandraya Namo Namaste. Namo Namaste. Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya 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 Chandraya Last time all together, please. One more time, a little louder. Was this anyone's first time participating in the Kirtan? Yes? Thank you for trying something new. Oftentimes Kirtan is not something that is what most people expect it to be, and maybe by the time you get to the last Kirtan, we'll throw some more curveballs along your way. But Kirtan, or this mantra chanting, has a powerful potency because an example that I like to use from a book called Chant and Be Happy is you can't just repeat any word or phrase. If I were to repeat Coca-Cola for 30 minutes straight, none of you would be here. So there's something powerful about specific sound vibrations, about specific frequencies, and when they are put together, they create something meaningful. Another example that I was reading about recently is how you can have all the material elements needed to create a skyscraper, but unless you vibrate sound, or give instruction, the materials don't come together to build a skyscraper. So mantra is our way to use the material energy around us to build a spiritual sense of identity within us. That being said, we like to incorporate a little bit of Bhakti Yoga wisdom into our events. Bhakti Yoga, it has the word yoga in it, but it's not something that's just practiced in terms of physical asana, but it's a way of life. Everything from Ayurveda to how do you respond to the world around you. It's a way of life that allows you to live like a yogi in a conscious state of mind, such that you don't get buried in the murky waters of the world. So for the next 25, 30 minutes or so, we'll have Amritananda. He has been practicing Bhakti Yoga for 35 years? 40? 30? Yeah, he's probably seen me grow up. He's a teacher for many in this area when it comes to Bhakti Yoga. One of the first people to start sharing this wisdom, again from that line of teachers and gurus. It's passed down generation to generation. So on top of practicing it for 30 years, he works professionally in the IT industry, and if you've heard about what's been going on there is a special need of meditation and anxiety relieving medication, and Bhakti Yoga has been that medication that he's been taking for the past 30 years. So it's not only contributed to just a better spiritual state of mind, but also a state of mind that helps create a greater sense of material success as well as an indirect product. All right, that being said, we'll do a quick 22-second switcheroo, and we will be right back.
See a lot of new faces. Last time was the first part of it, and we spent about half an hour discussing few concepts, and I shared the underlying concept of the 4 level of health. So quickly I'll summarize what we did last time. So before doing that, welcome all of you to the sessions of discussing regarding the spiritual experience which we all might want to have, or experience a level, like transcendence in our life. And these are depending on the 4 pillars that I personally have practiced, whatever I've shared over here. And unless we have these fundamentals or a strong foundation, meditating upon something is a very difficult thing. This is my experience. So therefore, I would like to share, not only about the physical health, but along with the physical health, the mental state of somebody who is practicing the Bhakti Yoga is very, very essential. So if we are physically fit, this is the mantra which I say, if we are physically fit, we will be mentally fit. If we will be physically mentally fit, we will be emotionally fit. And if we are fit in all the 3 aspects of physical, mental and emotional health, we will be able to experience the real spiritual essence of this Bhakti Yoga process. So this last time before ending the session, I said that, in Ayurveda, the definition of what is disease, right? Dis-ease. There is an uncomfortable situation in our body. Why does that happen? And I explained, if you all remember, the root cause of disease is ama. Do you all remember the word ama? Many of you are here. They are nodding their head. So ama is the root cause of any kind of disease, starting with cancer or blood pressure or sugar or any other problems. So what is ama? Ama is undigested food. It sits in our stomach for long enough, and that causes all difficulties in our health. So according to the Ayurveda, the definition of health is an individual or a person who is in the state of equilibrium of body, which is consisting of doshas. Doshas means humors over here. So there are 3 doshas. And we don't want to go into a lot of technical details of Ayurveda, but I'm going to give you the essence, which is really, really helpful. So it says like sama dosha. Sama means equilibrium. Then sama agni. Agni means fire. So there are digestive fire. Like in our body in the stomach there is fire. Different kinds of fire. So if we can balance the doshas, the name of doshas you might have heard, kapha dosha, pitta dosha, vata dosha. Our body has like 5 different elements: earth, water, fire, air and ether, and the combination of these elements creates one dosha. Like for example, earth and water creates kapha. So, and then fire and air creates agni, which is agni dosha, which is the pitta dosha. And then there are dhatus, which is tissues in the body, and then the mala kriya means excretion, elimination of toxins from the body. So this is basically the ama. Right? Ama that is produced in the body. And there are various reasons why the food doesn't get digested. So we understood the reason of ama being caused in our body. So that reason that is given is called as mandagni. Mandagni means the fire is not proper. It's not in a balanced position. Therefore, that weak agni or weak fire leads to incomplete digestion of food and produces in the body. One is eating really very heavy food at night, late in the night, and drinking along with that, drinking cold drinks with the milk, that can also produce ama. Then eating before the previous meal is completely digested. It takes about 6 to 8 hours, depending on the time you eat the food. It takes about 6 to 8 hours to digest the food. Sleeping during the daytime also causes stress, anxiety, which is very are the causes of ama. And finally, the suppressing of natural urges. 13 different natural urges. You can Google that and see 8 different urges. And somehow, if you suppress those, that leads to ama. So these are the reasons. Weakens your agni. And when the agni is weakened, your food will not be digested. That will lead to ama. And then ama will lead to the disease which is going to happen. Maybe not in a year or so, maybe in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, maybe 10 years, we start seeing the effect of how this ama is causing issues in the body. Recommendations from my side, which I follow, that helps myself. Once you eat, till the next time you are hungry, don't eat anything. Till the next time you are hungry, don't eat anything. All these juices are diluted. All these juices are diluted. So to stand muddy on the medicine. So the choice is ours. Having the prana within the food. And prana, I'm going to high quality